Hello, folks. As we already learned how to use for each, which is like select star, and where conditions, which is like filter. Now we are going to learn if you are going to put selected columns instead of select star, if you are going to put only certain columns in the select statement, how that can be handled. Just think from Java perspective. Let's say you have a table and you are writing a query where you are not selecting all the columns. Okay, then you are not going to use the same class which you have used earlier to put value into the class. It is going to be some other class to match with the field names and type of the select statement. So it means we are transforming one object into another object, or we are creating a map, or we are mapping one object into another object. For that purpose, if we are going to select specific columns, it's not star or all the columns, only specific columns, then it has an equivalent in stream API. We call this a map function. Now map function is what a map function is. It also takes a lambda function, and that lambda function takes one argument and return one argument. It has to return because only if returns we are going to get the new type of object, and it is not necessary that the return type has to be different. It could be same or it could be something else. So for that purpose, let us try to do it by doing some example. So we are trying to print name of all the students. So whose equivalent query select name from students. So if I'm going to use stream here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the list first, students. I'm opening stream and I'm going to use map. If you see, yeah, map takes one argument, function, and it returns one function. That's a built-in functional interface. It has one method that takes one argument, return one argument. Now let us try to do that. One, what am I going to do? I just need name. So what I'm going to do is dot get name. That's all. I converted it and I'm taking a student object. I'm returning only its name. That's all. Now, so if I need to store it, let's say I'm making it to list. So what should be my return type? Should it be a list of students object or should it be a list of string? It's going to be a list of string. I'm going to use student names. I'm going to put string. You see, no error. So it means it worked. It is the return type is a string. Now let us try to print it. My filtering is not there, but selected columns are done. I am now just printing it. For each you got the idea what it is doing. Let me put it in multiple lines. So this map is converting one student object into a string because we need only one element, that's name, which is of type string, and then we are holding it into a list and then printing that list. So let us try to run this. Okay, I may need to comment out this part. If you see, it gives me the names alone, all the names, all the 8 names. Okay, you got the idea. Now let us go through one more example. Print name of all students whose course is computer science. So now if you see, it says selective operation. So it's not star. So we are going to use map here, and we are going to use where condition is there. So we are going to use filter also. If you see the equivalent SQL, select name from students where course equal to computer science. For that purpose, what am I going to do? Just like SQL, we are going to perform the filter first and then map. Okay. So to start with, let us take the list of students. I am opening the stream and I'm going to make a filter. This filter is going to take a lambda function, which is a predicate. Okay, functional interface, built-in functional interface predicate. And what condition I am going to put? Because I have to return a boolean expression. Is dot get course dot equals. Now I'm going to put this computer science here. Okay, you got the idea what I'm doing here? I'm putting a filter here. Now I'm going to put a map here on top of that because I don't need all the fields. The map is going to give us only the name. Is dot get name. And then I'm not going to hold it into something I know it is going to be a list. Let us try to print it. Here it's for each s arrow s arrow. Um, so what I'm doing here it is doing the filtering. Here we are selecting only required fields and then we are displaying. Now let us try to run this. It should only show the students whose course is computer science. Let us run it. Pooja and Neha. Let us see the data. Pooja, it's Neha. Perfect. Perfectly worked. Okay. Let us go further. Let us go through one more example. Print name and roll number of all the students whose name starts with R. So now it's going to be challenging. If there are more than one object, you cannot hold it in a single thing. Okay. So what you are going to need? Maybe you need a pair or you need an object who has two members, which has two members, name and roll number. Okay. Then we can do that. Or if we need to hold it into some list. If we don't need to hold, let's say I just want to print them, then probably we don't need anything. We can simply print it only those values. For that purpose, let us try to do how we are going to do it. I take the collection, then I'm opening stream, then I'm doing filter. I'm not going to do any map here. Okay, filter, and in that filter, what is the condition? Is arrow is dot name. What is that? Name starts with R. So get name dot char at 0 equal to R. This filter, and now I'm going to put a for each method. I'm not doing any mapping. Just print S arrow, S arrow. Here I can only print those two things. Okay, is dot get name plus put a comma in between, and then is dot get roll number. Let us try to comment this and run this. Ria and Rahul, if you see, only these two name and the thing is printed. But you have to remember, here I have not changed the object. In Java, if you have to hold these two values somewhere, this is only for printing purpose. You cannot perform any operation until you hold it into some kind of object. So one option is I go and create one more class with these two fields. And another option is, let us create a list of these two things alone. Okay, so how are you going to do that? What would be the type? We can create an array, because the two types are different. One is string and one is integer. I can make it like an object array. Okay, let us try to do that. Students, I'm sorry, students dot. Let me open the stream. Then put a filter. I'm going to put s arrow s dot get, because this is, oh, it's not going to be exactly same as the above one. Dot caret 0 equals to r. Now I'm going to put a map on it. Map, I have the, so what I'm going to create, I'm going to create new new object, and I am going to give these two values. What are the two values? Is dot get name, is dot get roll number. Now I'm going to for each. Yes, sir. Because what did I do? I create an object array and that I passed. So this, if you see, this is an object array. Every element is an object array. So if I have to print it, I have to print it like this. Is dot, no, it's an array. So is dot 0 plus comma and then is dot 1. So this is one way of doing. Let me comment this out to see if it's working. Okay, if you see, right, I have created, oh, sorry, I've created an array of objects to hold these two things. I can put n number of things, but class is a better option. But I just wanted to show you can convert it to anything. From that, I'm creating an array of objects. Let us try to run this. If you see, the result is exactly the same. I've commented that up. So this is how, using map, you can convert anything into anything. And this is equivalent to having fixed number of or selective number of columns instead of all columns or star in SQL. There is a difference. This is how we are comparing. Okay. This is, as this is done, main three parts. Now in the next class, what we are going to learn, we are going to learn the aggregate functions. Okay. Let us try to do it in the next class. Thank you for watching.